To vote 2024, U.S. Senator Rick Scott says he is running for his seat once again. And today, he announced a big endorsement for his re-election campaign. Local 10's Hatzel Vela joins us live from Miami with who he's being backed by. Hatzel.
Louis, that big endorsement coming from Brigade 2506 Veterans Association, certainly a big deal here in the Cuban exile community. This as we take a closer look at this Senate race.
I'm honored to state that Brigade 2506 fully endorses without any reservation.
Senator Rick Scott in town, getting the endorsement of the Bay of Pigs Veterans Association. Not a surprise, but certainly a badge of honor in South Florida Republican circles as the senator wraps up his first term in the Senate.
It's never about him, it's not about ego, and it's not about the title.
Scott also getting the endorsement of several high-profile Republican mayors.
We stand in support of you, Senator.
Scott has plenty of challengers, including former Congresswoman Debbie Murcarcel-Powell, who lost her re-election bid to now Congressman Carlos Jimenez.
He'd strip away women's rights.
In a campaign ad, Murcarcel-Powell already going after Scott on issues like abortion, Social Security, and Medicare. When it comes to raising money, as of September 30th, Scott is trouncing on his opponents. He has raised $14 million. Murcarcel-Powell comes in second place, raising $1.7 million. Keith Gross, another candidate who's a Republican, has raised a little more than $1 million.
Rick Scott is an incumbent. He has a lot of his own money to spend.
Barry University political science professor Sean Foreman tells us while Scott is not highly popular, his ties to the Republican Party and former President Donald Trump makes him hard to beat. In fact, Scott recently endorsed Trump instead of Governor Ron DeSantis.
That shows an indication he thinks Trump's going to do really well in Florida, and that's going to help Scott win his re-election.
We asked Scott about his chances given the ongoing presidential race and the Republican nomination process.
I think in my case, I was governor for 8 years. I've been in the Senate for 5 years. I'm pretty well known in Florida.
And back out live, something else to watch is how much money, resources the Democratic Party will put into this race. Not enough resources or money. The professor tells us that means the party simply doesn't believe it can beat Scott. For now, reporting live in Miami's Little Havana neighborhood, I'm Hatzel Vela, Local 10 News.